Hello, hello. Welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. Good evening. Good Sunday evening. Hope you're all having a good time and you had a good weekend. It was lovely weather here in New York City. My name is Candy Rodo and I'm coming to you from New York City, as I just said. Just checking that everything is working and seems to be today. Hopefully, I won't lose the Wi Fi like last week. But anyway, you never know. All right. So just want to get started. Why is, oh, I see. I'm going to take the captions off. Sorry. So I can focus on what we're actually saying. Yeah. All right. Everything's to be, everything seems to be on. And today, since last week I skipped my Christmas in July, I have to continue with Christmas in July since it's the last Sunday in July. So, it's never too early to start your um, Christmas holiday cards, right? So, I have some ideas here for you. Unfortunately, I didn't get all the stuff that I wanted on time to show you more, but I have some new stuff, some new papers to show you. And we'll make three cards and we're going to start with this easy one. Then we'll go with this one and we end up with this one. All right. All right. So let's see how we are doing. Um, I don't see anybody on. Well, I'm a little late. I'm sorry about that. I forgot to charge my phone. We'll start with this one. So I'll leave it up. So this one is very simple. It uses this paper that continued from last I think it was the mini catalog. I'm not sure if it was the mini catalog. It's a called Winter Meadow. It's 12 by 12 designer series paper, and it happened to be my very favorite paper of the Christmas papers of last year. It's not all Christmassy. I'll show you some. It's a lot of it is like winter, so you can use it for other purposes. And it has things like this where you can just cut. Of course, I'm sorry that you don't see the complete sheet because I've been using them, of course. But it has these beautiful berries. And then my favorite one, maybe I may have used it all. I may have. Let me see if I find a little piece here in the, maybe not. Surprising. Well, not really. Because as I said, it was my favorite paper and I used it. So I'm going to have to get some more. Oh, yeah, here it is. You may remember this. This paper, I used it a lot to make Harry Potter inspired cards because this to me, if you put like some glitter in it, it looks like the Patronus. So it was kind of like holiday, Harry Potter inspired holidays for me. And I still have one sheet. This is the second package. So, I mean, I did use it a lot. Anyway, so let's get on with it. And for this one, I'm using this blue landscape with the trees, the spruces. Let me start by getting the materials together, and I see that I don't have the Candy, silly girl. I don't have the card base. Huh. That's helpful, right? Start with the wrong foot. All right, so this is, oh, I remember I made this a little smaller because I want to show more of the glitter paper here. So I have my glitter paper, and the glitter paper is, I believe it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But I'll double check that. Let's see if hopefully I have a piece of Misty Moonlight, which is the paper that I was using for the base. But if not, we're going to have to use Night of Navy, which also works here. We can do that. Not ideal, but you know, after all this, there's always something. It's either that or white or totally white. But I do have no. I'm actually gonna go get up and get the Misty Moonlight because I cut the circle, I believe, in Misty Moonlight. Yes. So I don't want to use this one. So I'll be right back with a sheet of Misty Moonlight. I cannot believe that I wasn't ready. Oh my God. What a day. Give me a second. As I always say, my house is so small that it doesn't take me that long. And we're back. All right. So we're gonna cut this in half. This is a sheet of 8.5 by 11, and we're gonna cut it in half of 5.5 on the long side. Not this one, not properly done, Candy. All right. Look what I did. Okay, I'll use the other half. Never mind. And we're gonna score it at 4.25. And probably this is because it's not, I didn't have my trimmer properly set up. Oh, no. We're scoring, we're not cutting. So get this out of here. And it's scored. I don't know what I would do without my paper trimmer. It's my number one tool. What is your number one tool? Anybody? All right, so now we have this, and then we have this cut at, this is wrong. I think I cut the paper wrong. God, what's going on with me in my little head? 5.25. This is 5.5. Okay, this is cut wrong. This is, I knew there was something wrong. This looked very big. All right. I cut it at 5.5, and no, I'm gonna have it a cup 5.5. I think I cut it a little too long. There we go. All right, now it should work. Things got what that happened with during the life. All right, so now yes, so now this is for 5.25, the glitter paper, which I'm gonna take the middle of because you're not gonna see it. It doesn't glue that well if you put it, and if you glue it all over it, and it's a waste of glitter paper. By the way, the glitter paper is in an online exclusive, and it's called Berry Burst Old Olive and White Glimmer paper. They call it glimmer paper, not glitter paper, but same thing, right? So I'm just gonna cut a piece from the middle to make it a little lighter, so it doesn't need extra postage, but also because I like to keep my specialty paper as much as I can. So I'm gonna put it to 3/4 or maybe half. I'm gonna put it to half an inch in, and then I'm gonna put half an inch, which happens to be this line here. And hopefully I'm okay. And then I'm gonna go to a half an inch from the end, which will be 4.75. Then I'm gonna lift it up. You've seen me do it before, because I always save my specialty paper. You only see a little bit of the frame, so it's a waste of paper, good paper. And if it's not perfect, don't worry, because as I say, you're not gonna see it. So if it goes a little bit beyond the cut, like I did here, it doesn't matter. And then now we do the same on the other side. All right. I think I felt it, that it cut okay. There we go. See, we have the frame. Nobody's gonna see anything. Hi, good evening, Teresa. How are you? I'm sorry I was late. I think that distracted people a little bit. But I came home with plenty of time and I was preparing things and I forgot to do what I had to do, which is charge the phone. And I hope I charged it enough that it will last for the whole life. How are you doing, Teresa? How's the weather down in Louisiana? We're gonna glue the frame now to our car base. And the reason I made my designer series paper a little smaller this time is that I want to show more of the glitter. This shows just an eighth of an inch, and now this is gonna, sorry, a 16th of an inch, and I think this is gonna show an eighth of an inch, which is a little bit more. I like glitter. All right. Now we're gonna glue our layer of designer series paper. And this kind of card you can make with any of the papers that I just showed you from the Winter Meadow. So you just change the color accordingly. And these circles, see, you see more of the glitter here, a little bit more. It doesn't show a lot more, but you see a little bit more of the glitter paper. For this one, I used Stamp and Seal Plus for the borders because it glues very well over glitter. I just forgot to do it now, but if you let it dry, it will glue as well. And for the circles, I used the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I love these dies. And you can use them all year round. But I thought, oh, we can put a little bit of shimmer by adding the silver thread. Oh, Teresa says that she got her the new Country Warehouse bundle. It's a very nice bundle. I was very tempted. I got half of it, but I didn't get the warehouse part. So I'm gonna kind of play with this and put this elegantly trimmed silver thingy through the little holes. Did I do the little holes? Yes, I did the little holes. Not the big ones, just the little ones. Let's see if I can thread them. Maybe I use the big ones. No. Did I use the big ones or the little ones? Now I cannot tell. I may have used the big ones actually. Let's do the big ones, see how it looks. I wanted to show you on camera how to do this, but you know, it may take me a little bit. Yeah, I think it was the big ones. All right, Candy. Maybe I'll trim the edge. It'll be easier. Hi, Ginger. You're not late. I was late, so I didn't charge my phone and I needed some juice, so it would last more than 5 minutes, hopefully. We are doing Christmas in July again, and I'm starting with this card that uses the Winter Meadow paper. We're just threading this silver thread to one of the ones. I mean, these dies are Spotlight of Nature dies, they have so many layering circles, and some of them have this little detail and some of them had another little detail, and you can mix and match however you want. But I thought, since it has the holes, why not thread the silver trim here? Make it a little bit more festive. Yes. No need to be a masochist. No. Make it easy on ourselves. All right. All right. I'm storing my threads now with this lead that my friend Linda sent me. I've been wanting to do that because it's very handy so they don't get tangled. You put all your threads in the mason jar, and then with this lid that has the little holes, they stay in place. All right. We're almost there. More than halfway there. This is not fun to watch, right? Sorry, I should have started it, and then just because you get the idea once I do a couple of them. And it doesn't get easy because it frays a little bit when you put them. So the more you do it, the more they fray. So trying to do 2 at a time. Anyway. By the way, did you see my Olympic challenge? I hope you guys participate because I try to make it easy because I know everybody's busy and it's the summer and people, not everybody wants to be doing challenges, but this is a different challenge because my idea is that you don't need to post the day of the challenge. You can post as long as the challenge is going on for any of the challenges that will appear. Yesterday was the first one. And the other thing is that you don't need to create a new card. And I said card, but it could be just anything, paper crafting. It could be a 3D box or whatever. But it doesn't have to be a new one as long as it meets the requirements of the daily challenge. But it's not daily, of that specific challenge. So yesterday was archery. And you have to put something that has an arch, at least a partial arch. And it doesn't have to be an arch to throw arrows. It can be just any arch, It could be like like a bridge, an archway, and actually arch with arrows or whatever, So just be creative. You don't have to take it literally. And as I said, as long as the project that you post a picture for meets the requirements of the daily post, then, or that day's post, you are okay. All right, so we're done. And for the last one, I'm gonna thread it through the same one, so because I want both ends on the front, so I can tie my bow. Anyway, so hi Emma, how are you? Excellent. Thank you, Teresa. I'm so happy that you're participating. It'll be fun, I think. So I'm going to post a new challenge maybe Tuesday. I have them already. I just don't know. I don't want to overwhelm. There'll be 16 total. Okay, so here's our... Yeah, it became a little crooked, my bow, but sorry. That's fine. And now... No, it's not going to be a daily challenge. I posted the first challenge yesterday, and it will be every 2 or 3 days because the Olympics are 16 days, and I thought that's an overkill for everybody, including me, posting. But We have 6 challenges, so I want to distribute them more or less equally. I have the season's greetings already stamped. And I think I put it on dimensionals. This one, see, has a different, oh, I don't know why this came so crooked. I'm going to do it the other way. Let's see. I think it's just, I think I double knotted without me wanting to not double knot it. Let's see. So anyway, so yes, and you can post your cards whenever, you know, like you can post the last day, you can post for all the challenges if you want to. It's not going to be a problem because not everybody has time to do it daily. As I said, I wanted to make it easy because what I want is that that people participate and it would be fun. And if you have friends who are crafty, doesn't have to be stamping up products. It could be just anything as long as it meets the requirement of that specific challenge. And then tell your friends to vote. You didn't miss it, Emma. I mean, you missed it if you didn't read it, but if you can go back at any time, as I'm explaining. And you have till, I think, the 11th. The 11th of August is the last day of the Olympics. So anyway, so here we have a very easy card. I love this paper, Emma. If you have not used it, this makes really nice, easy holiday cards. And winter, it's good for winter birthdays as well. I'm going to put it right there. My bow is still crooked, but I'm going to live with it. Maybe I'll put a glue dot so it stays a little bit better. Let's do that. I love this DSP. As I was explaining, Emma, that it's my favorite one from last year. And I'm so happy that it's still, oops, it didn't glue. There we go. I'm just going to put it behind the hole so it's not visible, but at least holds it a little bit better. Put the tails down. This is just me being a perfectionist. Not that there's anything perfect, but anyway, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to ignore it. And then we're going to put some, I have some new, look at this. Iridescent faceted gems. That's what we're going to use. I use another ones here because I didn't have these yet because they arrived, I think, Friday. So I'm going to put 3. One. They're nice and shiny. 2 and 3. All right. So that's a nice and easy card. Oh, by the way, we have to put the inside. Sorry. We'll do the inside as well. So anyway, going back to the Olympic challenge. I hope you post, as I said, whenever you have time. If you don't have time to create a new card, look in your stash and see if there's something that meets the requirements and post that instead. Okay. And it could be any theme, by the way. If you want to make Christmas cards or Halloween cards or something, as long as it meets the requirement, and the requirement is not going to be thematic mostly, but you'll see. Ooh, we have 5 people already joining. That's great. I'm looking for where I put the paper because I'm looking for a piece of paper to put here to decorate my edge inside. I thought I had some already pre-cut, but maybe I don't. Oh, I know what I did. I used another, but no, for this one, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the paper. Now I have to decide if I want it on the side. I think I want it on the bottom because you'll see more of the trees on the bottom. So I'm just going to cut a strip of, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch maybe. And it will be by 4. Like this side. And save this for another card. Getting my silicone matte to blue. I like to put something inside. Either I stamp it or I put DSP inside of my cards because I think they look more finished than just putting the white cardstock. Yeah, I love this paper. And wait, I have more coming of the same paper. I think the second card doesn't use this DSP, but the third card does. So you'll see it again. And I didn't want to repeat my Harry Potter cards, but there we go. A nice, simple, easy card, non-denominational, with the season's greetings instead. All right, I hope you like it. Oh, and I had this actually that may have been better. These are the adhesive back sparkle gems, but I wanted to use a new one, but that's okay. You can just put some bling, whatever you want, whatever you have that works for you, that's fine. All right, so let's move to card number 2. This card number 2 is a little bit more involved, let's say it that way. I got inspiration for it from the online exclusives at that, well, marketing thingy that they have. It has a card that has squares, all squares, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, but I don't have the squares. I do have the layering squares, but this was another squares. So I decided to use the very cute and nice and everything, if I can find it here in my stash, the Unbounded Love dice. And you have all these little frames. I'm like, why not, right? So I'm using these 2 frames, these little one, scalloped one, that when you cut it, you get something like this. You get the center, and then you get the edge around it. And then you can separate it. So you can mix and match your frames with the inside piece. I love these dice. I'm going to use them for many, many things. And I'm also using, oh my God, don't tell me I don't have, no. This cannot happen to me again. I don't have the cardstock. Jesus, Candy. Where is my head these days? Well, I think we're going to make it in Mossy Meadow because I have Mossy Meadow cardstock, not the cherry cobbler that I have here, which I love, by the way. I find it very, very Christmassy. Anyway, so I pre-cutted all the little pieces because who wants to see me, first off, die cutting all these things takes a little bit because I use different papers and different cardstock, but let me put the stuff all together. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change the middle piece because if I'm using it, may be too green, but we'll see. At least I'm giving you the idea. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I'm like you like the idea. All right, so let's cut more cardstock. Okay. Jesus, I don't know. I've had a bad week. It's been so busy at work. I've worked 10 hours a day every day. And then, one has to go grocery shopping, do laundry, all these things, it's not enough hours in the day. All right. So 5.5. We cut it at 5.5. Yeah. Those little frames are great, Abby. And thank you for joining. When I saw them, I have to have them because they're really adorable. And you can use them for any occasion. They're very versatile. All right, so we have these, and now we're gonna put this paper, which comes from the new online exclusive Iconic Celebrations. It looks like it's gonna be all Christmas, and it's not. I mean, I actually die cut it, as you could see, the little trees from this. And then I got the frame, the scallop frame, and then I got the center, but we're gonna only use the centers for this card. So this looks like it's gonna be all Christmassy, and then all of a sudden, you get champagne glasses or acorns or, well, the plaid that I like, stripes that I also like. Well, I like everything. And then you have fireworks, pumpkins, more stripes, the doves, peace doves, and confetti. And then on the other side, since we are it, you have stars and Christmas trees, more stars, different stars, more plaid, birthday candles, autumn leaves, and berries and thingies, and polka dots, and hearts for Halloween, for Valentine's, and that's it. That's what it's called, iconic celebrations. It's not only holidays, the Christmas holidays, so winter holidays, let's put it that way. All right, so this is 4.25, no, 4 by 5.25. That's what I meant. We're just gonna glue down. That's the easy part. I'm gonna try to go fast because this has like many moving pieces, many. That's why I didn't want to stop and go get the other cherry cobbler cardstock, which I think I did have, but I didn't. All right. So that's our base. Before putting this, I want to put, it will be nice because this is all olive and the other is mossy metal. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be more green, but that's okay. Still Christmassy. All right. So for the frames, let me grab my silicone mat because we're gonna need that. All right. So I did 3 trees, and then you can choose whatever imagery you want. I used this little cardinal from the Sophisticated Sled. So things are small. You can actually do snowflakes, or if you have any other set that has little things, maybe like a little gift or something, like different images that are Christmassy or holiday inspired. If you want something more Hanukkah oriented, you can substitute the trees with like the dreidel, the Hanukkah candles that we have, the menorah. I don't know how small it is, so it has to be something that fits in your little frame. But you can use the bigger frames if you want to. This is just an idea, right? So I use this bell from the Fussy Cut from this new paper that I also got, which is the Season of Green and Gold. Yes, very versatile DSP, Abby. And this comes with dies, but I don't have the dies to confess. I don't have the stamps either. In this case, I just got the paper. And this is big enough that you can fussy cut it. And sometimes for some things, I actually like to fussy cut it because the dies will give you a white outline, like with a cardinal that was cut with a die. And sometimes you may not have it, may not want it. So whatever works for you. So I use oops, oh, I just broke it. Well, we'll glue it down. I use the bell, and then I also cut some mistletoe from the same paper, a couple of branches in this case, because this was skinny. As you see, this one had 3 things. This one only had 2, but we're gonna go like this and put this one like on top. So it's gonna look like 3 anyway. And then, sorry. What did I like? Mistletoe and the cardinal. Yeah, these are my 3 elements. So 3 trees and then 3 other of the elements, So those are my 3 elements. But you can use other things that you have. So don't be literal. This is just a springboard to your imagination. Well, I said I was going to glue it, but I'm not going to glue it because I'm going to put a dimensional behind this bell. And we'll start with the bell. And we'll put the dimensional. And we'll put it like that. I think it's fine. Nobody will see it. So there's 1. Oh no, don't tell me I'm missing 2 white ones. I thought I had them all ready. Okay, let me see. Where can they be? Because I pre-cut a bunch of stuff and put them in a little bag. Now I cannot see them. Well, we're gonna need 2 more of those, so I'm gonna have to go and cut. Not that I wanted to do that, but I put things away to clear the way, and then when you don't find them again. Oh well. Oh well. It drives me crazy though. Because nobody wants to see that. See, I have all these, but there's in other colors of the little frames. But I had the Christmassy ones. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I found them. But I may not have the white ones, so we'll see. Let's see. I have 1 white one. Yay. Let's see if I can find another one. Gold, no. We're going to save for something else. We're not wasting the gold one for that. Okay, let me see. That's another gold. See how many frames I end up with because I cut all these white ones. So I don't know where it is. I had them. They're not in the envelope, right? No. Oh well. You know what? We're gonna use one of the gold ones because I don't want to get up. You already been too patient with me tonight, so I'll use one of the gold ones. Gold for white. This one is a little damaged on the front, the gold, so I'm gonna use that. All right. Okay, all's well that ends well. And then we had another white one that I had out, didn't I? No, it's another. What did I do with it? Did I put it back in? These are all gold. Really, really. You can tell I need to rest and take it easy because I'm not all there. I just said I had one and I brought it up. Oh well. Maybe we'll have to use two gold ones. Never mind, never mind. Nobody will be the wiser. All right, so one gold one and another gold one, and then I'll put the other ones away. All right, so how we're gonna do this is that we have to do, which one is a good one for this? All right, so I'm just gonna glue these or put, I think I did it all with dimensionals, so I'm gonna put the little dimensionals. Making sure that they don't show. Yeah, I think this should be okay. Yes, good enough. Remove the backings. We're gonna go like this. This little one we're gonna layer over here. I may not have room for a dimensional, so I may have to cut one. Thank you for being so patient with me and hanging on. Because it's paper, you don't need a lot of adhesive because it's very light. It's a tiny little piece, you see? And we'll put it like that. Maybe I'm gonna trim this edge because I don't like it. No. There you go. So we have our two elements here, and then we need the third element to go with the trees. And it's our little cardinal, which I already pre-cutted and colored, but it needs the big color, and coloring it with light paper pumpkin. Oh, sorry, light peach pie. Peach pie paper. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, this guy also goes with a mini dimensional. And put it like that. But I put some greenery under this guy because otherwise it looked very, alone. So I used just a piece of that paper that was showing you the season of green and gold, and I just cut a little bit of the greenery, making it look like a branch, which I thought I had done already pre-done, so I don't have to fussy cut in And I don't want it that long, so I'm just gonna cut it like this and just make sure that it kind of looks nice. Gosh. There goes the fire department. Wouldn't be a Candy's life without a fire department, right? Something like that. Maybe it's too long. Maybe I'll cut this beginning. There. Just gonna glue this directly on our label there. Just a little tiny bit of glue. Too much, too much. There we go. Just gonna tuck it underneath. And this also gives it a little bit of gold in this one. There we go. No, well, there's more gold in the back because we use the gold label. But anyway, nobody knows that. And then now we have to decide. One of them will have the gold one. One of them will have the red frame. And one of them will have the white frame. And the same with the tree. So we'll have one of each. So let's start with the trees. Grabbing and turning it around, centering. And then we put two glue dots there. Where are my glue dots? Here. To make sure they stay in place. And sometimes you want to put like, maybe you want to put, it depends on how the label got cut. If it gets too separated, you may want to use another one. Or maybe we can use a little one because not everything needs to be so. Just to hold the frame with the inside together, right? So, oops, we have one. We'll do the gold one now. Same idea. This one seems you may not need the side ones, so let's see how it looks. Yeah, I'll still put it just to keep it all together. All right. And the green one. I told you this was a little bit more involved, right? There we go. Now we have our 3 trees. Now we do this. I don't want to do the bell with the gold because it's overkill. And this has a lot of gold. So this time I'm going to do the cardinal with the gold. Like so. Now, you may have wanted to attach the frames to the centers before you put dimensionals on your subject there, because now it's a little wobbly, but you can turn it around and make it work. Make sure that doesn't show. Perfect. I don't think this needs side ones. It looks nice in gold. I like it better. And this one will use the red because this one already has a lot of green. This is how you like it. You know, you can do whatever you want. But I like to combine my colors so there's a little bit more variation. Okay, see, I told you this is what happens because this one not only has the dimensionals, but it also has pieces that go outside. So, okay, finally, I got it. Oh no, this piece. All right. I'm just gonna try to catch it with, if I catch one, then the other one will align. You would hope so. Yes. All right, there we go. And two little ones because this one has been more problematic. There you go. And the last one. This is a black frame that I thought probably that's what got me confused, that I may have used the label. I wonder what it is. And as you can see, I use scrap paper for these things because this is the back of the other one. You know, I'm gonna actually do it like that and turn it around and then make it work. Yeah, there and there. And now that I have them, I'm gonna put the little ones to make sure that they don't go anywhere. All right, so now we have, to me, what took me the most time yesterday, it was to put the frames in a way that it was not repeating and it was just like, oh, but I don't know. I didn't see the path. And ideally, I wouldn't have liked the two greens to align here. But anyway, at least the two rows are different and I'm happy with that. So before putting that, we're going to work on where we want our stuff. And I'm going to actually copy how it goes. So we have one gold tree here, but no, but see, because we have the cardinal now, that's gold. I'm going to put here the red tree and no, the green tree and the red tree. And then this will be the gold in the middle. No, but see, the two golds in the middle, I don't like. This is exactly what happened to me yesterday. Oh, well, you know, we'll deal with the two golds in the middle. I don't know, however you like it. What is good about this paper is because it has the plat, it's easy to line up. So now we have to line up, you know, like if this goes to this line, this also more or less, they're like all square. And we start doing that by removing the backings. This time I'm gonna use these guys. That's one. And I'm gonna use one first. I'm gonna go to this green line here. And so. Now we have, maybe I'll do the extreme one, the one on the side. So they're my anchors for the center one. I'm going to the top like that one, and to the bottom like this one, and that looks like center. And this, I'm just gonna remove, it's only two with my hands. Oops, we don't want the cardinal upside down though. And we're gonna put this guy in the middle of the two of them. All right. They look straight to me. This is a little farther down. Let's see if I can move it up. Just a little bit. And since we have the grid, we're gonna use the grid. And now it's too far to the right. Okay, I think that's nice. All right, so same thing for the bottom ones. feel like humidity is starting to pile up. Ugh. It's been a nice day, but at the end of the day, it started a little bit more humid again. All right. I want to go kind of like line it up like the other one. I did maybe a little bit further down. Just a tiny bit. But to the green on the side and almost touching the bigger green here. Gonna do this one as well. Further down. I think like so is fine. And now the last one. Yeah. All right. So here are our little 6 frames. I can imagine that if you put like a little, like a bigger frame and you put Santa's face, and it could look very cute. I have to explore. What happens, I have to confess, is that I have in storage all my Christmas stuff. So this is all new Christmas stuff and the papers that I really like. But all my Christmas stuff is on a box in the office. Don't tell anybody. I store in the office because I don't have room here. We're gonna put this. It's another piece of that same paper, but the other way around. That is a little bit more solid. And I'm gonna center it between the 2 rows of frames, like so. Now we're gonna use this. I think I want it smaller. I can't remember how I did the flag there, and it's like 1 3. It's sorry, it's 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna trim this a little bit to 3/4 of an inch. 3/4. There, and I'm saving every piece because this paper, as you will see, is very useful. And actually, I had to cut. I'm gonna cut from this side because I don't like this. Cut it. This has lines, so I'm not gonna bother with the trimmer for this one. And we're gonna do a flag in the middle. Actually, for the flag, I kind of see it better from this side because with all the lines, I couldn't see it better, very well. So we can do a center cut and then from the corner to the center cut. Okay, same here. More or less in the middle. From the corner to the center cut and from the corner to the center cut. And you got a nice, pretty nice flag that we're gonna pop up in dimensionals. This paper is cute too, eh? Very versatile, as Abby was saying. Gonna do 3. Center this. And then this is another one of these frames, and I'm gonna put either season's greeting. I think season's greeting is fine. I love this font. Sorry. Maybe I'll put happy holidays. I have the happy there. I can put the holidays too. Let's do that. And this comes from the set Greetings of the Season, which also has these matching dies that are very handy to make tags. Look how many tags of all sizes. I can wait to make some holiday tags. Happy. Here we have the happy. All right. And if I put them like both together, they may or may not work. Okay, maybe the other way around, Candy, because happy comes first. And it may be too big. I'll make it work. I'm measuring if it fits in here or not. And it's gonna be tight. But rather than do it twice and then one is kind of crooked or something, I want to do it once. So let me grab my foam mat, which I need to replace the paper because it's so dirty. And I'm gonna clean my stamp because I'm not sure that it's in the right color. I think it was clean. And we're gonna grab cherry cobbler. It's gonna be tight, but it will make it, I think. Perfect. Excellent. Something that worked today. That's good. And all we need to do is just put this here. In the center of our strip. Little bit of glue. Just gonna glue it here. And that's it. Well, that's not quite it, because I found, and these are retired, but you may have similar things. These little holly leaves from Sparkle of the Season that I loved, and I had already pre-dyed them from last year. And I'm like, I'm going to use them for these. Like I used them in here. Here they are in all olive, and these are in garden green. It's not mossy meadow, but it's okay. It's a greenery, right? So I'm just gonna put a little bit, no, let's do it properly. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here. I'm just gonna grab just a little bit on the bottom of the leaf. Same thing for this one. There. And now for our berries, we have our berry cluster. So the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive back berries. Perfect for this kind of card, right? I love them. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like them. They are festive. I think so. So these come in threes. So you can just put it right there. Yeah. How cute is that? I think it came out pretty cute. It took me a while to come up with it. But I'm happy with the results. All right. Oh, and inside, I did the same thing. I'll do that later. I don't want to keep you. I put a strip of paper, and that's probably why that strip was. But anyway, we need a strip for these two. So I'll find a strip of paper and put it there. But they came out nice. And now I have one in green and one in red. Perfect. All right. So let's go for our last card. Look how cute this is. Isn't it? When I saw the plane, I said, I I think I can use the plane for like Santa's plane or something, like delivering gifts here. So I'm using the same paper. Abby, I love the berries too. I'm like, I have another package because this is going fast, and I've only started making holiday cards. But anyway, I wanted to do a center step up card for these because I like the idea of the plane kind of coming off frame here. And let's see that I don't mess it up with the measurements. I have a cheat sheet, so you can see it too. So this is the measurements. I'll put it there on my screen for a little bit, so in case you want to take a screenshot. And now I'm gonna find all my materials, and I hope that I have them all and not like the other cards. Right? I think I did this in white. I'm gonna try to do it in Lost Lagoon, which is the paper that goes with this DSP, which comes from the Winter Meadow DSP that I was showing before. Right? It's very Rudolphy. I liked it. I think it's cookie. What do you think, guys? Since you're very involved, should I do another one in white or should I try with the Lost Lagoon? Let me know. Meanwhile, I'll get the other materials ready. So this is the paper. I have the frame here to put back. I love this. Like, I love spruces and winter landscapes. Yes, in Lost Lagoon. Okay, you got it. Lost Lagoon. So let's see if I have my... I don't... Well, if I mess it up, I can always use the white one to do it in white again. But hopefully I won't mess it up. All right. So you need have a sheet of cardstock, but don't score it or do anything. It's 4.25 by 11, and then let's see if I do it properly, because this took me a while. I messed up one, I have to confess, but in practice makes perfect. I think we score it first at 1. We're just scoring, so I'm putting the blade away. At 1 here, so this is 4.25, so from 4.25 to 3.25, then lift and move it back to 1 here until the end. And now we're gonna do the same by sliding it to 2. We're gonna do until 1. It's hard to see with my camera on my nose here. And then I'm sliding without pressing to 3.25 to 4.25. Okay, so now we've done it in 1, we've done it in 2. Now we're gonna do it in 6.5. Okay, I have to open this. And slide to 6.5. And then we're gonna do the 4.25 to 3.25, and then the 1. I moved it. It doesn't matter, but you know, 1 to the end, right? So now we're gonna turn the cardstock around. Oh, I did this like too lightly. Let me repeat that because I can barely see it. This is the 2 that I have to do from 1 to the end, because you need it to be well marked now. So now we're gonna put it here to the inch on the other side of the guide, right? And then we're gonna put our, oh, there we go. Put our blade from the 6.5 to the 1, right? So we're gonna cut from the 6.5 to the 1. There. And then I'm gonna lift it carefully, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I'm just turning it, it's easier this way, I think. And close it. And then again, from the 1 that we're already at to the 6.5, we have a scoring line. All right. Well, I'm glad that you said Los Lagoon, Teresa, because, and Abby, because Emma had already said it and I already went through it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna, because I used the other side of the cardstock to cut it, now I have like a little furry thingy here going, as if it was the back. But anyway, I'll worry about it later. So now we're gonna, how was it? We're gonna fold this like this. And then this will be like, like our front. And then this, did I miss one? Oh, I forgot to cut the 5.5. That's why I missed one. Sorry. I have to score this center at 5.5. I'm like, there's something that is not moving right. Just scoring. So I can put my blade, my scoring blade, and go like this. All right. There we go. Now, yes, I hope. So as I was saying, just fold it like this, and this folds at the 5.5, fold like so. All right, so this is your step up. Then when you put it up, it has this shape. Okay, so I'm still fussing with this. I don't like how it came up because I cut it by turning it instead of cutting both ways. But once we put the paper, nobody will be the wiser. All right, so now we have to adhere our paper, and this is 2 1/8 by 4 3/8, right? And we're gonna put it in here in the middle. I'm not gonna worry about the silicone mat right now because this is big enough that I'm not gonna miss, hopefully. Yeah, Los Lagoon is a very nice color, and I love these trees in Los Lagoon. And then these are 7/8, and we're gonna glue them right there. It's better if you open it up to glue it, then you can see the whole thing. And making it easy on myself, turn it around to glue the other stuff. This is crooked, but it's glue, liquid glue, so I can slide it. There we go. So this is our basis, right? Actually, not quite. I have, where is my glitter? I love glitter paper, as you know. And I'm using the same glitter paper that I used before for the other card, for the first card, which is the Old Olive, Berry Burst Old Olive, and white glimmer paper, as we decided that it was called. We actually saw. So I'm doing this little wavy thing, as this is a bank of snow. And I'm gonna glue it like there, right there. I'm gonna actually put the glue here because I don't wanna. Yeah. I don't want any glue on the banks of snow that go over my cardstock there. There. All right, and now we have the plane, which I already stamped and pre-dyed. I stamped it on with STASON because I wanted color with the blends. And sometimes when you use the regular ink, Memento, it may dirty a little bit when you color with the blends because they're blending as they should do. So I'm doing half of the plane, the bottom half, and the wings all in cherry cobbler, light cherry cobbler, and the top part it will be white because I thought it was more Santa-like. And as Teresa said, the Rudolph nose. I'm going with the thin part first for the outline. The thin part of my blend. And then for the everything else, I'm just gonna use this to color faster. And again, I'm using the light cherry cobbler for now. Well, I did the wings, so I didn't have to worry about it because the wings are also red. Love coloring with the blends. They're so easy, so nice. And the other wing. And the top part of the wings, just being careful to stay within the lines. The blends sometimes bleed out. That's why it's always better to go a little bit farther in till you're sure that it's not bleeding a lot out. Not that I mind so much, but for this purpose. All right, so the rest of the stuff I'm gonna leave white most of the time, except for the center of the wheels. They're gonna be red as well. And this little thingy, which is I think the back wheel. And now I have I don't have it with me. That's surprising, Candy. Candy not being ready. Oh yes, I am. Oh no, I was. This is Stampin' Right, just because I happen to have it handy for the wheels, or the pneumatic around the wheels. And then I'm coloring, if I did it like I did this one, This is the basic gray, but I had the, didn't I have the, I thought I had the lighter one. Let me grab it because it's right there. Just to give it a little bit more shade. There. This is smoky slate. Yes, this will be better. And I'm doing a little bit on where these shadows are in the stamp already. I'm just gonna go like this and here and here. Just like that. And then with the dark cherry cobbler, I'm gonna go with a little bit of shading on some of these parts that have some mark and some. Just a little bit like that, just so. Good enough, I think. Did I forget anything? Oh, yes. I don't know what, like the posts that hold these. I'm gonna do them with smoky slate as well. And I should have done it with the thin one to make sure I can stay within the lines. Because this is very thin. Anyway, that's it. All right. Oh, I see. I left a little bit. Sometimes you have to be careful because you don't want to bleed out, but you want to make sure that everything's covered. All right. This is again the light one. So if you go a little bit over the dark with the light one, it would blend it even more. All right. I'm happy with my Santa plane. So now we're going to position it. Looks like it, right? Yes. I keep thinking that I forgot something, but no, I think I didn't. I want to get to the little one here. Yes. And we're going to prop this up with dimensionals. Make sure you put the dimensionals within this side. Like here, not here, because that's going to prop out. Here. I'm going to put 4 actually. Yeah. Good. I think this is still in, so maybe I'll put this one up. Oh, God. Now the whole thing is coming undone. All right. I'll get another one. I think this is still in. So, yeah, let's do that. Almost done. So I'll just put it like that. It looks very different in the Blue Lagoon, doesn't it? And now we need the little gifts falling. So I made one, and this is where it comes handy to have little strips of paper that you don't know what to do with, like scrap paper. Use it, use it. So I have one already made, and I used the little bow from this old Christmas cottage because it has this. But honestly, if you don't have it, you can actually put a piece of ribbon or a piece of cardstock or draw it yourself and cut it, which this is very short. So what I did is that I just got some scrap paper like that. And where's my cherry cobbler? Let me put this away. We're done with this cherry cobbler. Then I'm gonna do several ones. But they're for like little tiny squares. So if you want to make them bigger, or as I said, you can draw it yourself because this is not so hard to draw. Then you get the cherry cobbler and extend it. Once we cut them, nobody will see all the differences. One would hope. We fussy cut them like this. And then you attach this to any little square of paper you want or have handy. All right, I should have taken this off because this is bothering me now. There. So we have one, so we can make another package. And I had paper here, but honestly, I already have this one that has this paper, so I'm gonna use another one. I'm gonna use this one, like I did with the sample card. I'm just grabbing a square or a rectangle, and this needs a little bit more coloring there. Yeah. Oops. All right. I'll pick it up later. I think it still needs more. When I cut it, I think I left a little bit of white, but well, but the blend make it look good, and then we're gonna glue it like that. For this, I'm gonna use my silicone mat again because we won't need that much glue. And this is a good way to use the scrap. You can make lots of little packages. Yeah, this actually is a little short for my package, but I can adjust the package. Just cut it. Oops. Cut it right there. So now we have two packages that we have to adhere. And then I want a silver package like in my original card. And this is silver foil that we still have in the catalog. I love it for any Christmas projects. I think I'm going to cut this one. Yeah, I think it will go. We could have tried, but it's so small, to use a little bit of thread in cherry cobbler. Would have been nice, but maybe because it's so small, it would be too complicated. The silver paper is not very forgiving when you put glue outside, but once it dries, I'm gonna try to remove it. Just not gonna do it now because it's gonna make a mess of things anyway. Look, I made a mess, but anyway, just to give you the idea. Once it dries, and it takes a while because it's non-porous surface. Yeah. I'll clean it up with a little bit of alcohol. like an alcohol pad. See if there's anything in it. I should wait till it dries, but at least a little bit. This is, I need a new one because this is kind of dry. And my hands are glued as well, so all right. Good enough for now. Now we're gonna have to put our packages on this, like one. I did one little one here coming out of the frame. And this one is in dimensionals, and this one's on the snow. So for the one on the snow, actually, I'm gonna use a piece of 10 tape because the snow with the glimmer, it's harder to, takes longer to dry. So of course I had already put glue on it, so I'm gonna make sure that it's all inside my snowbank so I don't get it attached to the card later. And then this prop tab with a dimensional. All right. Oh, of course we need the happy holidays or whatever we want to do. And I'm gonna clean this because we're gonna do it in, should we do it in Lost Lagoon or in Cherry Cobbler? I think we'll do it in Lost Lagoon. So I'm gonna clean it with my Sammy. And instead of my, I think I can use this as my foam mat. All it needs is a little bit of give. So I'm gonna put the holidays here because I'm gonna put the happy over there. Holidays is done, and now happy with another font. And these both come from ooh, I made a mess here. The Greetings of the Season, or what did I tell you was called? Greetings of the Season, yes. All right. Oh, I don't see it that it's getting there, but I hope it does. Happy holidays. There we go. And I got a little bit of blue here. Let me take my silicone mat out of the way. We're gonna prop this in dimensionals. With one beneath the hole and one, oops. See, gluey hands, that's what happens. Gluey hands. And I'm gonna put one more in the middle because it's glitter and I want it well adhere. All right, gonna put it right there. And then with a little bit of cherry cobbler trim, we're gonna have a bow. Small one. Oops. Gluey hands again. Things get stuck. All right. I think we got it. I'm gonna trim it a little bit more. I really love this system of the threads there. I can have them all together. Well, not all because they don't all fit, but many of them. The ones I use the most often. And then with the glue dot, we're gonna put I mean, it has the adhesive, but you want it well adhered, so the glue dot it is. And that's it. Isn't it cute? It stands up. You cannot see it because there's no room here. But I really like it. I hope you do too. And let's bring the other two cards that we made. And these, well, actually we made the green one. And I can put this one. And we made the season's greetings with this designer series paper. But see how pretty this paper is? It's so gorgeous. Anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my last Christmas in July because July will be done on Wednesday. So maybe we'll do Christmas in August, but we don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping to get some more things sometimes because I put an order during the free shipping that we had last week, but I think still picking. So I'll be patient. But meanwhile, oh, by the way, thank you, Theresa. I'm glad you like them. Next Sunday, I'm going to postpone the live to Monday because I have a wedding. So I'm going to a wedding on Sunday evening. So I'll see you on Monday, a week from tomorrow, with something else new. We don't know what. We'll see. Thank you, Ginger. I'm glad you liked it. And I wish you all a very good week. Enjoy the Olympic Games. If you're watching, I am. I love it. And there's something for everyone, right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And yes, and don't forget about the Olympic challenge. I hope you participate. As I said, I make it as easy as possible to participate. You don't have to kill yourself creating cards for the same day of the posting. You can, create or use things that you have that match the theme or the challenge of the day or of that specific event, as I call them, like in the Olympics. So anyway, if you have any questions, please shoot me a message. I'll be happy to answer it. And if not, I'll see you all next Monday. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.